Oh my god.
Às vezes it happens in Antarctica.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caspersight. How the devil are you, mate? Look, I wanted to originally, in fact, I did start recording it, and I was like, no. I was going to structure this video and do it pockets of this and pockets of that and pockets of this and unwind it naturally into this grand finale, okay? And I just thought, no, I don't want to do it that way. I want to take you actually on a journey of what I've been finding and capturing, and just it's going to be a bit of this and a bit of that. It's going to be just all over the shop because that's my style, okay? That's what I like doing. That's what I feel more comfortable with. Maybe in another time I'll like structure it and do sort of like narration and things, but for now I just want to do my thing. But this today is going to be a video all about the weird, beautiful, strange and crazy things going on in this world, mostly in the sky. In fact, 99% of it is going to be in the sky, but I want to show you some other crazy stuff. I've done a few videos in the past about the sky, weird stuff that we've seen in the sky, but I do want to look into crazy things that, like the ocean, because we see tornadoes, we see lightning, we see thunderbolts, we see UFOs, we see all these beautiful and crazy and imaginative things that is going on in the sky, but we haven't really looked into the water, right? The ocean.
Why did NASA stop exploring the ocean?
So I want to start off the video of just showing you, just reminding you actually, because sometimes, like, especially in this day and age, there's so many things that are pushing down on us to make us upset, anxious, worried, annoyed, angry, all these things, okay? Confused, divided. This does my head in. So I just want to spend a few seconds just to remind you how actually beautiful the Earth is. Let's look after it. Look at this sky. How beautiful is that? This is what the world is capable of creating. And I know I'm sounding really like hippy jippy right now, yeah? But look at this, mate. There is nobody out there that if they just opened up the curtain and saw a sky like that, there is nobody that would just ignore that, right? Every single one of you, no matter who you are, where you're from, what you believe in, you would look at that and go, wow, what? Right? And it would bring a smile to your face, wouldn't it? I hope it does. I hope it would. Especially that. Now I know that some of these are going to be color graded, you know, enhanced. But that is what this world is capable of. Now, let's get into the messed up stuff. Right, so now we're going to start pushing towards the realm of the weird stuff going on in the sky. The stuff that is scratching people's heads, okay? In this one video, I'm going to show you something which is, well, you might have seen before. When people claim to see like a couple of suns, like two suns in the sky or two moons. Now, this is, apparently, there's two theories, okay? One theory is that it is something called, it's a natural phenomena, it's called sun dogs, right? Which is basically light, it's an optical illusion, it's light refraction against ice crystals in the atmosphere, which is then projecting like another image of the sun, if we're talking about the sun, okay? It's basically light refraction against ice crystals, creating another image of the sun, That is what is called sun dogs. It was the last video. I couldn't remember or didn't know what it was called. I knew there was a name for it. I think scientists call it a different word, but for the common folk like me, okay, they're called sun dogs. And the other idea of this is that we are actually in a firmament, a dome, a bit like a snow globe, right? And I think that a lot of people have connected it because of what it says in the Bible. Apparently in the Bible, we are in a firmament, and outside this dome is water, hence why the sky looks blue. And inside this dome is the sun and the moon, and it spins around us, okay? And the light is actually reflecting against the firmament and showing multiple skies and suns. Now let me just show you what they're talking about. Here's this.
Earth is flat. Prove me wrong.
So this is their image. So it's basically like
Model
a
of
flat earther
which is proof it's flat.
theory.
This explains everything, and now you know you've been lied to.
Okay, so they're thinking that this here is like this, we're
Earth is
surrounded
flat.
by ice.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, and then this is their idea of what's happening when we see multiple suns. Now, me personally, I don't believe in the Earth is flat, or like there's a firmament. I can't say that, firmament. Okay, I believe in the ozone layer, and maybe it's reflecting off the ozone layer, but I don't. I've literally just told you. My theory is like it's the ice crystals that is reflecting. But take a little look at this. We've seen like a couple of suns before and a couple of moons. But seven suns? Yeah, well, somebody in China managed to record 7 suns. Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't see the 7th. But that's... Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Look at that. So I suppose... that proves then, right, that it is ice crystals. Because if it was a firmament, then you would get a maximum of, well, 3, like he said, right? 1, the middle one, and 2. Yeah, so 2, the middle one, and 3. Anyway, I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comments that's going to disagree with me, but I just think, like I say, it's a reflection off of ice. But it's amazing though, right? Imagine seeing that. Isn't it amazing? We're going to start going on to more of the, I would say, potentially man-made things going on. For a long time, there was this... it's almost like a craze where loads and loads of videos are being uploaded about these circular smoke rings in the sky. Now, I think that there's 2 types. There's this type that has been seen multiple times in multiple locations around the world. A dark smoke ring, right? There's one here, obviously. Here's another one. It's very peculiar, I'll give you that. It's really peculiar. At first, when I first saw this, I thought, this is fake, right? And this is what I was telling you, how annoying it is now with the AI. When you have to second guess what you're seeing. Look at that. Now, I've Googled it. These are actually called... black smoke rings in the air can be many explanations, including pyrotechnics, which is like fireworks, okay? Industrial processes, that's the one I thought. I thought it was like, you know, these huge factories that have got like these chimneys and they can blow air up. That's what I thought it was, okay? Explosions, transformer failures, and volcanic eruptions, okay? Now, that is the theory. Well, I think it's not even a theory. I think that's exactly what they are, right? However, I did find this one on my adventures on the internet, which I just thought it's different, okay? It's different. And I'll show you why it's different. This is where the whole CERN thing comes into play. Is that real? Is it CGI? I mean, it looks so strange. The only reason I think is obviously it's not these black smoke rings. Well, number one, it's not black, but it's got this like propulsion thing that's going around it, right? Which looks very real. And some people are saying it's something to do with CERN. So if you don't know what CERN is a company in Switzerland, okay? I think there's another one somewhere else as well. But the main one is in Switzerland and Geneva. And imagine a huge ring donut underground, like miles big, right? Underground. And what they're doing there is they're firing particles around, spinning particles around super fast. In fact, almost the speed of light, in the hopes that these particles can collide with one another and create something. I know, it sounds dangerous, right? It sounds a bit silly, but that's what they're doing. And some people, I mean, the whole CERN thing is a little bit, it can go dark, right? And I've touched on this CERN thing before, but I'm just going to try and keep on the straight and narrow here. Some people have said that CERN is opening up portals to other dimensions, okay? Now, that thing that I showed you, that white ring, some people are saying that is the start of CERN, or it's a CERN portal, okay? Because apparently since CERN has been turned on, there's some really weird stuff going on in the sky, okay? Is that a CERN portal? Is this a CERN portal? I've shown that one
Mysterious
before.
object or dimensional portal caught mid-air near
strange.
CERN headquarters.
Look at this one from 2016. Is this real? Is it fake? Is it CERN? Is it natural?
No.
Whatever's going on is pretty weird, okay? And obviously, when people find out that there's some weird stuff going on with CERN, they start creating other things. Now, I've seen this before. I've never said that this is real. It looks pretty cool, but I really don't think this is real. But people are saying that this is a CERN portal being opened up.
Check out this wild video from Geneva in Switzerland on December 29th, 2023. No coincidence, I'm sure, that that's the same location that CERN's particle accelerator's at. It looks like
someone's even commented, I live in Geneva, Switzerland, not aware that this happened yesterday evening.
It's a thunderstorm. It's called weather. What do you think? Just some natural weather phenomenon? Or does it seem like CERN is up to it again? To me, it definitely looks like those parasites are out playing God again. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
NASA recently discovered something called X-points around Earth. These are naturally occurring portals that open and close every single day. The Themis satellite system discovered these portals a few years back. Some of them create direct pathways to the sun and even to other planets. It says we must stand in defense until we can open the gate. Well, what gate are they talking about? I believe they're talking about the Stargate. When you go to CERN, right outside the front door is this gigantic picture of this Indian god that is standing inside of a portal, walking through. So I think they kind of knew what they were going to be doing when they started this whole building and started this whole project, but they just kind of kept it low-key to the general public, and they only released tidbits of information as to what's going on. CERN is the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. It's the largest machine in the world, located in Switzerland, and it uses this gigantic track with this underground tube that's connected, and they send atoms in opposite directions and speed them up to a percentage of the speed of light and then let them collide. And then they analyze the collision to see what comes out of this collision between atoms, quarks, and muons, and everything else that they discover. But something else they discover in the process is that they create microscopic black holes. So originally, a lot of people were getting scared about this because they were like, man, if you guys create a black hole here on Earth, will it suck the Earth in? I mean, kind of fair to assume, like, black holes are supposed to be pretty deadly things. Even light can't escape them. So why create one here on Earth?
Is this a portal being opened?
What in the ever-living fuck is that?
Imagine seeing that in the
God.
sky.
What is that? I'm not even tripping. Oh, that's so scary. What in the ever-living fuck is that? Oh
That
my
looks
God.
so real.
What is
It's
that?
incredible, right?
I'm not even tripping.
Even when he pans up,
Oh, that's so
or tilts up, you can see this bit here.
What in the ever-living
It's so weird.
fuck?
That one, I mean, man, I mean, if that is real, that's incredible, and I don't know why it's not all over the news everywhere. Okay, but that's, like I say, that's got to be fake, right? Right? Now, this video here has been doing the rounds a little bit. Now, me personally, I think it's a filter. But what do you think? Some people are saying this is the beginnings of Project Bluebeam. Check this out. Imagine seeing that in the sky. The thing is, I think that if something was that bright, it would be illuminating on ground level, right? It's incredible, though. And a lot of people are saying, how are you tracking that? How are they tracking that in the sky? Yeah? That's what makes people think that it's real. Because you need something to track to in order for the thing not to wobble about and jump about. It's strange. Now take a little look at these cloud formations. Now again, I understand that we can have different types of winds, different temperatures, pressures and things like that. But some people are getting a little bit worried about what's going on in the cloud formations, and I'm going to touch on something that some people might not like. But look, check this out. Harp.
So they turned on Harp today. Whenever you see it like this, you see the waves.
It's weird, right? That's not all, mate. I've got a better one. But if you're thinking to yourself, they can't do this with clouds, right? They can't make clouds, or they can't make it rain or anything like that. Well, this video proves that they can. Check this out with old Jeremy Clarkson, old buddy of mine.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh.
How crazy.
Oh, God. It's making its own.
It's crazy. That is crazy. That's real crazy. In fact, I have actually got another video of them doing that in Australia.
So you are a marine biologist, or what is
Oceanographer.
Oceanographer?
Yeah. I fell in love with the ocean when I was a kid. My dad was a keen spear fisherman.
And where was that? Where was...
growing up around Sydney, the northern beaches of Sydney.
I heard about this. The only thing I heard was man-made clouds. And I was like, we have to go to this because it sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, the basic idea is that in certain environments, clouds are limited by the number of cloud condensation nuclei. So every droplet in a cloud, it needs a tiny little particle floating around in the atmosphere to condense around. And so when the air is really, really clean, which it happens to be over the reef during summer when the bleaching occurs, then if you add more cloud condensation nuclei, you get the same cloud. We're not making clouds, but we're making them brighter.
And the idea is basically to shield the water from the sun.
That's right.
But look at this particular formation of clouds here. That looks like it's got a backbone to it. Have you ever seen clouds like that in your life? It looks like ribs with a backbone. And do you know what? When I saw that, it made me think of this. It made me think of this.
If you place a layer of sand on a vibration table and turn on the table, the sand will start to form intricate patterns. When a sound wave hits an object, it causes the object to vibrate. The frequency of the sound wave determines the rate at which the object vibrates. For example, a high-pitched sound wave will cause the object to vibrate more rapidly than a low-pitched sound wave. At low frequencies, the sand grains will form simple patterns such as straight lines or circles. At high frequencies, the sand grains will form more complex patterns such as flowers or snowflakes. The patterns that form depend on the frequency of the vibration table. The complexity of sand patterns and how they interact with frequencies is just one example of the order and intelligence that is behind creation. The Bible tells us that God is a God of order. In the book of Colossians, we read that all things were created through him and for him, and he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. When we look at the world around us, we see overwhelming evidence of a creator. If you place...
Isn't that amazing? So what do you think? Is there like a I know the Earth has got a frequency. Surely if it had a consistent frequency, all the clouds would be the same all the time. If the frequency had any sort of effect on the clouds. Strange. Well, there you go. I was going to put some UFO video footage into this video as well, but I think I'm going to hold off on that because I've got so many. I need to do a separate video, okay? But remember to subscribe because I'm going to be doing a whole video about the ocean as well. Probably more stuff going on about the sky, more stuff about aliens and UFOs, more stuff about the paranormal, the ghosty roasties, all those things like that. But thank you so much for watching, and please, thank you. I want you to hear this. Thank you so much for the people that are liking, commenting, and most of all sharing, guys. You sharing is absolutely helping this channel grow. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.